Hey guys, what's going on? It's Roth and Joshua here to talk a little Guardians of the Galaxy. So listen, if you haven't seen the movie, we're going to talk about something that happens in the film that could be a big spoiler. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's really good. And then come back and watch this and play with us. Comment along. So what's the big question?
Who's Star-Lord's father?
Who's Star-Lord's father? There's maybe an answer though, right?
Well, let's see. If we go by what we know in the comics, there's this guy named Jason of Spartax. He worked his way up and eventually became king of Spartax, where he is in the comics now. And he looks just like a human, nothing really special. And that could be very well what they're doing.
It could be, and I mean, there's maybe a couple of little hints that are maybe red herrings or not in the movie. Like, first of all, John C. Reilly calls him accidentally Star Prince, which he technically would be, right?
Yes,
if that
if
was
his father's
father,
a king, yeah.
If his father's a king, so maybe it was a little a wink in the nod going like, yeah, he's the Star Prince. You know, he doesn't know it yet.
There's also what his mother said.
Right.
About that you look like your father.
Well, that's what's really confusing is because his mother gave us two mixed messages. I say, you know, she said, you know, you're just like your father, and he was a being of pure light, an angel of pure light. And then she's like, you even look like him, and I'm like, he looks like a human boy. So you're confusing me here, lady.
Yeah.
You know? So we don't know if she was sort of speaking metaphorically, like he was such a good guy that he was that, or if that's really what he looked like. Because if that's really what he looked like, then we suspect that maybe the Marvel Cinematic Universe is breaking away from this storyline in the comic. That would be a different character. We have some options.
We have some options. And she also said that, or in the end, I believe it was Nova Prime said, your father is something more ancient, right?
Right, yes.
So
it's a big mystery. So who's
I'm not thinking, if it's not Jason, who could it be somewhere else? I think the big theory is that it could be Adam Warlock.
That is the going theory amongst many nerds like ourselves.
Like us.
We've been thinking that, and then one of the reasons that we've been thinking that is just the physical look, that maybe that would be...
He has like gold skin, and like golden hair, and like white eyes. That's very like angelic, right?
Yeah, that would be like if you saw that and you were an Earth woman, you would think like, oh, this is an angel. This is what an angel looks like. But also because it would tie into the Infinity Gauntlet storyline, which is where we think things are heading in Avengers 3.
Yeah, we think Avengers 3, obviously the Infinity Gauntlet story. Yeah. Adam Warlock is a huge like focal point for that story, huge part. He has a big ties to the Soul Gem, which is like what all the movies are featuring, a new gem, a new Infinity Stone. So that could be it.
And when we interviewed Kevin Feige a few weeks ago for Guardians, I asked him about that. I asked some spoilery questions, which I'll be putting up those quotes later, but I did ask when that would play out, and I said, would it be before? He said, in the sequel, and I said, so not before, we're not going to see anything about the dad before that. He said, no, it would be in the Guardians sequel. So that may be a storyline, like finding his dad may be a central focal point of the second film. We don't know, and that could then tie into them coming back to Earth in the Avengers 3 to play out the Infinity Gauntlet storyline. I'm speculating like crazy here, but it's fun.
Okay, Patton Oswalt. No, and there's also, some people have also thrown out some like really oddball characters, like maybe it's the Beyonder, so one day they can do like the Secret Wars story. I don't think it's the Beyonder. And then like, oh, what if it's Eternity, which is literally the embodiment of eternity of like all existence. And I was like, I think that's a little bit of a stretch, even though again, they were in the Infinity Gauntlet story. But again, I don't think it's one of those. I think it's a safe bet. It's gotta be Jason or Adam Warlock.
Yeah, I mean, I very jokingly after the film to the people I was with said, hey, what if it's Thanos? And
Thanos?
And she was already sick and he was attracted to it. He is a type, he likes death. But I was kidding. I don't think that that's who it is. And it's also a little Star Wars, like Luke, you know, like where I am your father.
That's morbid, Roth.
I know. I'm a sick woman, it's true. But I don't think that's who it is ultimately. I really don't. You know, I mean, we had some of our colleagues throwing out stuff like trying to tie the movies together. You know, what if it's an Asgardian? Like, it's probably not Thor because he hadn't seen a car when he came to Earth in the first one. He would have seen a car in the 70s. I don't think it's any of that. We really think that it's probably either going to be Jason or Adam Warlock, because that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Who are you hoping for?
I think they should go Adam Warlock. That's my bad. That's more interesting. That's way more interesting than just like Jason, who looks like a dude.
Who just looks like a dude. Those are some of our thoughts about this big mystery, who is Peter Quill's father. Let us know what you think in the comments below and keep it locked right here to IGN for all things Guardians of the Galaxy and more.